Hi guys, it is 12:30 on Thursday and I just pulled into Amazon Fresh. I'm going to see if I can get an order. Probably not, since I'm actually parked in the parking lot. I just thought of that, but whatever. So I have 57 subscribers, so I will be going live shortly, but I wanted to make a video first, and I just wanted to first thank everybody, PJ, Dean, everybody else, Lisa, everybody that put my page on their page so that I can get subscribers. I really do truly appreciate it. And I just wanted to go over what happened to me yesterday. So at 12:01, I got an order, and so did my husband. Both of them were from the same restaurant in Evanston. It's called Soul and Smoke. They were both about $2,400 worth of food. Michael's pay was $256. Mine was $136. So when I looked at it, I was actually shopping, so I didn't really have time to like dissect it. But ambulance. But I heard, I saw that it was picking up in Evanston, which is like 24-ish mile, 24 miles from me, whatever. But it was coming back to my house, towards my house to Elmhurst. So I'm like, okay, $136. It's not the worst thing in the world. At least it's over $100. I'll probably get it done in like, I don't know, even if it got 2 hours from drive time to whatever, that's still good money. Let me take it. Michael's went downtown. Michael's was a easy cater order, so that's why, and they tipped. That's why his was such a great paying order. Mine was a toast order, which I've never taken because they all are horrible pay. I wish I never would have taken this one, and I will never take another one. So I took it. We were, pretty excited. Between the two of us, we'll have had $400 in just the two catering orders. So it was going to be a good day. I'd get up, I'd go try to shop, I'd do breakfast, I'd do whatever. And then I probably would have been done because by the time, it actually let me off in Elmhurst, which is really good for lunch. So, and I think it was like a 11 o'clock drop off. So I would have stayed in Elmhurst and did pretty well at lunch. So 8:40 last night, I get a text message from Delivered saying that this is now a multi-driver order. I said, okay, whatever. I'm like, but just so you know, I am more than capable of taking this by myself. It's not that much food. It's barbecue. So, barbecue is expensive. You knew it wasn't going to be a lot of food. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it. If I can have both of them, I would take it. He's like, well, the customer wants 2 drivers, so I can't do that, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, whatever. So then I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, maybe that's why I only got $136, because they meant for 2 drivers. So mine would have been like $1,200 worth of food. So, okay, fine, great. Michael, a little while later, because he was at work, he came home, or I called him, whatever. I was talking to him, and he's like, well, did they take your pay? I'm like, no. And I got no, why would they do that? They can't do that. I accepted this order at this amount of money. And I'm like, now you got me thinking. Let me go look. Sure enough, my order went from $136 to $79. And I'm like, no. So I texted them back and I said, I didn't know that you were able to take money away from me this is not what I accepted. So I want to know if I can drop this and my stats not be affected. And he's like, well, yeah, you could drop the order whenever. I'm like, but are my stats going to go down? He's like, no. I said, I have this now in writing, so if they do, it's going to be a problem. And he's like, no, it won't. You're fine. So I dropped the order. Ironically, my stats went up this morning. So I am at 100%, but I know I'm not at 100%. I'm at like a 99.5678 or 9, whatever. And it just rounded up to 100 because my response time is it was a 96.92. Now it's a 97.22. So I didn't know, honestly, that they were able to change an order that you've already accepted. That was a contract that I accepted. At least that's what I do in Uber. When, a couple times I've been tip baited from Uber, I've called to get a supervisor and said, this is not a contract that I accepted for this order, so I need to get paid. I understand if it's shopping and something wasn't in stock and your tips go up or down or whatever. I get that. That's fine. But not when it's like, I'm going to make up a number, like it's a $12 order for 3 miles, and I took it and I got $4 for 3 miles. Absolutely not. I'm not. I get so angry when people take advantage of the system and us and everything else. So I'm like, no. So I dropped it, which completely ruined my day today because, again, this was they first texted me at 8:40. By the time that I figured out that they cut my pay and was able to talk to them, it was probably almost 10 o'clock. What am I going to get at 10 o'clock on any app? So I'm like, great, now I'm screwed. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But I went to bed. I got up this morning. And my phone goes off from delivered. They sent me that order again. Now, when they told me that they split the order, I asked them, can you tell me who the other driver is? They're like, we haven't found one yet. Because nobody wants it because it's a crap order. So I don't know if I got my original one back or was my original one still out there and I got the other driver that they were trying to look for. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. But I know I didn't take it. But I can't believe that they sent it back to me, even though I dropped it. I don't get it. So they did end up, there was something on the board that I grabbed that was right by my house for $35. So technically it was a little less than half of what I was going to get paid. And it was probably a quarter of the miles that I would have had to drive round trip. So I just finished that. And then I did some food delivery just for lunch or whatever. So now, like I said, I'm sitting in Amazon parking lot and I'm going to try to get some shopping if I can. I did do a Shipt this morning, but still have not received my tips. But Shipt has been very slow with tips lately. If you do it, you'd understand. Like, you're supposed to get them 2 hours after you're done shopping or delivering, I'm sorry, but they've been like, I don't know, 10, 12 hours or the next day. But anyways, I am going to go live. I thank you guys again. I am in my husband's car, so I have no setup like for camera for these phones or whatever. His phone is like all the way over there. Like, it's bad. So it's good for him. It works for him, but not for me with all of this stuff. So I'm going to have to try to figure out. I don't want to move his holder because he gets very angry when I move things in his car. But he took my truck because we didn't know how much, like, actual food, how many boxes or whatever. It ended up being, I think he said 6 boxes for $2,400 worth of food. So theoretically, I could have taken that order. Mine would have been probably 3 boxes, maybe 4 for $80. It wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world, but I am very anal when it comes to when I'm done, and they made me angry. So I wanted no part of that order unless they gave me the full pay again. And the stubbornness in me would not even let me think about taking it when they sent it back to me. Because it's a horrible order. $1,200 worth of food for $80 is bad. But, again, 2 hours, $40 an hour, not bad. So you gotta, like, I have a hard time looking at it that way. My husband looks at things that way, and he's trying to make me see that, but I still have somewhat of a hard time, especially with Instacart. I'm not taking a $20 order for 20 items for 5 miles. He's like, why? You'd have that done in like 45 minutes, and you made $20. I'm like, well, I guess if you look at it that's probably a bad example, but you know what I mean. So, anyways, I didn't make very much money today because it's been kind of slow. But I've been doing really well because of shopping. But unless people start to order now, I really wanted to do an Amazon because I don't want to just sit, and I like doing Amazons. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that you're out and making lots of money. And I know we're going to chat soon because I am going to go live. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about because I just talked about what I was going to talk about today. So I'm hoping people show up and want to talk. Otherwise, I'm going to look like a boo-boo-da-foo just sitting there by myself. So, anyways, we will talk soon.